How are you guys all doing? I'm missing you guys so much. We are going to get started. This week, we are going to talk about Robert Schumann. So last week, we touched on Clara Schumann. Just briefly at the end of the lesson, I talked about her and how she was one of the more famous female composers back in the 1800s. And so this week, I decided we would talk about Robert Schumann, her husband. So here's a picture of him. It's not a very good quality one, I apologize. But that was him. He was born in 1810 in Germany. I don't even think I can pronounce the town. Zwickau, maybe? Zwickau, Germany. His dad was a author and a book dealer, so he grew up always reading, and he knew lots of books, but he also loved music. So he took lots of different lessons. He took piano, flute, and cello, and then he started also writing stuff, even when he was a kid, composing music. So he wasn't sure what he wanted to do later in his life, whether he wanted to be a writer or a composer. So he went off to the School of Law and decided, not what I want to do. And so he started taking piano lessons with a teacher named Friedrich Wieck, who, if you remember last week, Clara Wieck, her last name was Wieck before she met Robert Schumann. And so Friedrich, who was giving him the piano lessons, was Clara's dad. And so he fell in love with her, and after many, many years, they had to really fight her dad to allow them to get, I don't even think he ever did allow them to. They had to fight to finally be able to get married. And so Robert Schumann was madly, deeply in love with Clara, and so he wrote tons of love songs in the year after they got married. And so that says it's the year of song. Schumann's year of song is the year after he got married to Clara, because there's tons of love songs that he wrote. And then he goes on to write many, many more. And he also, back up. Robert Schumann had a hand injury, so he couldn't become the concert pianist that he really wanted to be. However, Clara Schumann was a wonderful pianist. And so he would let her premiere or perform for the first time a lot of his pieces that he wrote, a lot of his piano pieces that he wrote. And so I have this worksheet for you guys. That's just a little bit on Robert Schumann. I have this worksheet for you guys. Here's the first page. And here's the second page. Want to see my dog? Yeah, hi. This is Ruger. He's come to say hello. Hello. He's a big lover boy. Okay, so I have this worksheet for you guys. So it briefly talks about, in the beginning, the stuff that I just touched on this video. So that first, this green box right here, you don't have to read it if you don't want to. If my older kids, my E2 kids, go ahead and read it. It has a little more detail than what I went over. So one of the, it says, when Robert wanted to teach his children how to play the music that he found, like the sheet music he found available, he didn't like it. He either felt it was too hard for them or complicated, or it was too boring for them, too easy. So he decided to arrange a whole album for children's. It's called Album for the Young. So I have linked below one of the songs called The Happy Farmer. That's from the album that he wrote. So it's a song that may or may not be familiar to you. My kids knew it, but that was because it sounds like the Hello song. I don't know if you've heard the hello, 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 hello. Nice to meet you, nice to greet you, say hello. That song, does it sound familiar? So that sounds a lot like the Happy Farmer song. So I have linked below, so I have first a link for this worksheet, and then I have below that a link for a performance of the Happy Farmer. So it talks about that a little bit in this worksheet, and then it also has a little game right here, decode the hidden message. So each question you need to fill in the blank with a letter. So each letter, so the first question, it says, Robert Schumann was a musician and an what? And what? So it's either Z, book dealer, A, actor, or M, author. So, yeah. So you find out the number or the letter, the letter that goes with number 1, and then you put it in the number 1 box. And then it's going to come up with your own little message down there. And then below also it talks about a little more to do with the album for the young, a couple more songs that it has, just the titles of them. So if you want to dig deeper into that, go ahead and look up those songs that it talks about. If you can't read this, or don't understand it, go along with your parents, this part, the games we play, and the other songs, and the decode the hidden message. Yeah, just go over that, dig into Robert Schumann, and see how you like it. And I hope that it goes well for you guys, and I hope that you love it. I will talk to you later. Have a good week. Bye.